On June 13, 1971, Vietnam, Corporal David Quigley's lead element came under intense enemy automatic weapons fire. Corporal Quigley immediately returned accurate suppressive fire, forcing the enemy to retreat. I'm quoting directly from a Bronze Star awarded letter given to my Uncle David, Corporal David Quigley. He was a member of the 101st Airborne Division of the United States Special Forces. Today I'm going to inform you about what the Special Forces is and what they do for our military. I hope to teach those of you who know little about the Special Forces the greatness of the group of soldiers. For those of you that already know about them, I hope to teach you some interesting pieces of information you haven't come across. All my life, I have heard stories from my uncle and of his personal experiences in the Special Forces and his heroic nature. I have also done research so that I can accurately inform you. This speech will go over the history of the United States Special Forces, what it takes to be a member, and how the Special Forces aid our military. The Special Forces has been around in one form or another since between World War II. Rogers Rangers, who were named after their leader, Major Robert Rogers, were the first unconventional force. Their motto was move fast and hit hard. World War II brought about the creation of some of the first organized groups of Special Forces. Devil's Brigades and Darby's Rangers were a couple of them. In 1940s, the Office of Strategic Services, or the OSS, was created under President Roosevelt's command. The OSS conducted guerrilla operations against Germany in preparation for D-Day. According to SpecialOperations.com, the OSS gave birth to the CIA, in which turn led to the creation of the Special Forces. First of all, what makes the Special Forces different from the rest of the military? According to GoArmy.com, they are the world's most highly trained force. Members of the Special Forces are not ordinary soldiers. They are the Green Berets. In 1961, when President Kennedy visited Fort Bragg, he authorized the wearing of the Green Beret as part of the Special Forces uniform. As quoted from SpecialOperations.com, Kennedy called the Green Beret a symbol of excellence, a badge of courage, a mark of distinction in the fight for freedom. The members of the Special Forces had proven themselves. The Special Forces are made up of an elite group of soldiers. GoArmy.com explains exactly what is needed to be in the Special Forces. In order to be a part of this group, an individual must be a man between the ages of 20 and 30. Women are not allowed in the Special Forces. The training members must go through is a significant part of what sets them apart from other soldiers. All soldiers have to go through basic training, but those who want to belong to the Special Forces must continue. First, soldiers must go through the Special Operations Preparation Course. This course prepares them for the following courses and focuses on physical training and land navigation. Next, soldiers must pass the Special Forces Assessment and Selection Training. This training is spread over 24 days and is all about surviving. If they make it through that training, they will move on to the Special Forces Qualification Course. If they pass that course, they're in for it now. They've made Special Forces. Training to be a Special Forces soldier is hard, but it's what they do with that training that makes them so important in our military today. The Special Forces allow the military to accomplish missions that before they may have been dangerous and difficult. GoArmy.com describes the 5 main missions that the Special Forces are involved in. I'll go over a few. Counterterrorism. This involves preventing terrorism and responding when terrorist activities have been detected. The second main mission of our Special Forces is direct action. Direct action is when Special Forces uses quick action in the enemy, preferably without confirmation or being noticed. For example, direct action would be used to rescue POWs without being seen. Special reconnaissance, or going behind enemy lines to gather information, are one of the most important things Special Forces do. This goal is to gather as much information about an enemy and their missions as possible, without their cover being blown. Lastly, unconventional warfare is another main mission. As I mentioned earlier, unconventional warfare, also known as guerrilla warfare, has been a part of the Special Forces since it began. It involves a longer periods of time so that the Special Forces can insert themselves into the community, making quicker missions possible. For example, Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan was a special reconnaissance mission. Today, I am informed you about the Special Forces is and what they do for our military. I told you about the history of the Special Forces and how they came to be. I also went over what it takes to become a Green Beret and what they do for our military. An example is when Corporal David Quigley was wounded by enemy fire. He refused to be evacuated until all the other wounded men had been evacuated and a ground relief force had moved into the area. They are honorable men. Support our troops. Thank you.